All right, folks, I think we got sound back here. We'll be maybe. Test. 1, 2. We're still pretty low. All right. We got sound from Looney Tunes, and we'll let you guys listen as they fuel. They were currently up to third place at one point. Now they're in fifth place. Test.
Damn it. Is it not working for him? Cool start working? Right here. Unplug that. How much time do we have? This needs to be unplugged. Unplug that. We got 9 seconds. The cool start ain't working. Yeah, that's not it. Just go. Yeah, radio's good. Hang on. Yes. Already done. Put it in first. What? Put it in first. No, it wasn't. Go, go.
All right. So I'm guessing you can hear me now. We're listening to the Looney Tunes guys as soon as they finish their fuel stop here. Looney Tunes is back out on track after doing a full fuel stop. Let me pull up the timing and scoring here real quick. Give me a second, folks. Green flag racing still. Here at Harris Hill Raceway for the TireRack.com ChampCar Endurance Series 8-hour Enduro. As Basil Weenie leads this event with Texas Motorcycle Academy. 1 lap back. Ghetto Chump is same lap as Texas Motorcycle Academy. CV Racing is right behind them. In 5th place is City Garage. 6th place is 11 Tenths Racing. 7th place is PWM Motorsports. And it's pretty much a Miata fest here with the exception of the 2 BMWs in 5th and 7th place. There is a Mini, the local track owner or manager. His 1-2 Mini Racing 2009 Mini Cooper is in 8th place, and Shots Fired Racing is in 9th. And sorry about the difficulties there, folks, but we'll get it all sorted out. welcome the 3 folks watching us right now. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Saturday. We know you guys have probably better things to do, like mowing the lawn, or I don't know. What do people do on Saturdays? Because all I do is race. So yeah, racing. That's all we do out here. Turn the sound down there. We're riding along with the 101 Looney Tunes 1989 Ford Mustang as our lone camera car this weekend. We are out in the middle of nowhere, San Marcos, Texas. One heck of a track here at Harris Hill. These guys are having a blast. Local club track. Place is littered and infested with Mazda Miatas just everywhere. It seems to be the ride of choice on this track. Some tracks you go to, you see a lot of supercars parked in all the garages. You know, little sports cars custom made for the tracks. This is just Miatas out here. I hardly saw any other cars other than Miatas. There's a couple of Z cars, old 70s Zs, a couple of 80 300 ZXs, but it's a fun little track. Took a ride out yesterday. Overcast skies right now. Expecting some rain today, which will make the course really interesting, especially around the turn 8 area where we get massive amount of water build up. They call it a river. Basically, you just point the car, hopefully it makes it through it, you make it through the other side, and hopefully you're still on concrete and not the grass. You can see as he comes down turn 6 there, it's a blind left-hander. You hopefully everybody's out of your way when you come down there. It's 10:48 local in the morning, and got 8 hours of racing. We finish up today at 5 p.m. It's checkered flag. Interesting course here is they don't have a pit lane, so all fueling and all work on your car is done in the paddock. Drivers come in at their 2-hour stint is up, or whenever they run out of fuel, come into the paddock, back their car in, or however they want to do it, and fill up and head back out. There's a clockwise rotation to the square paddock. We've got 40, I believe we had 48 cars start this morning, and we've never had that many cars in a race here. I believe the record was 35 before that. Yeah, somewhere around 35. I kept emailing folks saying, "Hey, we're up to 36. Hey, we're up to 41. Hey, we're at 45." Nobody responded back, but it was fun, and they fit. They actually fit here with 47 cars. So these guys did a spectacular job at fitting everybody in here, and all the racers have had a good time so far down here. Had a couple of yellow flag events for cars that were off course or died on track, and we've had to go out and get them. We have a car that just, let me put on my other set of glasses here. Had a car go off at turn 7, got off into the dirt a little bit, left a big piece of dust, but he continued on. Got a slow car going into 7 right now. Oh, he just picked up speed. It's like he missed a gear or something. Beautiful day outside, about 60, 67, 65 degrees. A little overcast skies, a little wind out of the, I don't even know my directions here, but it's out of that direction. Some tracks we know which direction everything comes in. This one we don't. We're kind of my first time here. And if you're looking for Doc Waldrop and Paul Veltum, unfortunately they're not here today. It's just Bill Strong, and they will be back at our next race at Daytona. We're going to have all our crew in 2 weeks, a week and a half actually. We're all showing up at Daytona. A little over 120 race cars will also be showing up at the Daytona Roval, or road course. We'll be filling up that track with some high-speed cars and some slow-speed cars. Everybody vying for that win at Daytona. Now that's pretty hilarious. There's a an old 280Z. I think that's a. Let me look up that car there. Find out who that is. It's a. Let's see. It might have been the Dat-Z, a lady, or a Datsun, though I thought they were a little bit more black color to their car. But the Z was coming down the front straightaway here, and the whole rear end of the car was just hopping as they went down. It looked like it had hydraulics or bad shocks in the back. It looked pretty funny going down that front straightaway. Looney Tunes navigates around this track. New driver in the car right now. Don't know who that is. We've got about 7 cars or so in pit lane or in the paddock right now, either doing repairs, swapping drivers, putting in fuel. Guys moving fuel from their dump cans into the dump cans they use to fill the car up with. This year we've got a new rule in place where you can no longer use funnels to fill your car. That was a big thing. Guys just put a funnel into the fuel fill and start dumping those dump cans in, but we no longer allow those. You have to use a hose attached to the dump can, and we have a car off in turn 8. What car number is that? Oh, 00, 2 beaners in a bucket. Their 1995 Mazda Miata spun out in turn 7. Let me get my binoculars out here, do a little. Might be able to see a little better. They say that's a pretty hard turn to take sometimes, that turn 7. It's a pretty high-speed turn. We're riding along with Looney Tunes and their 89 Ford Mustang. We're sitting here on top of a hill, which allows the 90-mile-an-hour winds off the prairies of Texas to shake, rattle, and roll this place. Yesterday was a pretty interesting time with my camera's being blown off the building. Those Logitech RoboCams, one is now completely in pieces, but we were able to duct tape that bad boy back together. I'm a very experienced ChampCar racer and very experienced user of duct tape. So I was able to put that camera back together. Whoop, where is it? We lost it. We'll get it back up here in just a few minutes. But it was working. As the 58 car gets ready to leave pit lane, they just did fuel and a driver change. I don't have a team name for the 58. Who? PMW Motorsports. I need to get a new updated list because I think we had some cars. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I can go get her. I can get her to. Nah, that's all right. because I don't want to stress anything anymore. Everything's working fine. Don't touch it. Now watch it go into sleep mode. Yeah, power saving mode's off. Talking with Chris Cornwall, who's our timing and scoring and our overall race controller up here in the tower today. As the Ford Focus, number 360, that is the Braking Badly 2003 Ford Focus SVT, which makes it a special car. He's got all kinds of performance parts stock on that car. He leaves pit lane. The K&H Motorsports 66 Ford Mustang still out there putting in some fast laps. He just went down the straightaway at full bore, and that little V8, not little V8, that big V8 just crushing those little tiny Miatas without a lot of horsepower. Now there are a couple of Ecotech Miatas out here this weekend. What's an Ecotech Miata? It's a Miata that they take, I think they're 2.5 liter Eco or maybe 2 liter General Motors 4-cylinder engines. They develop pretty good horsepower. Supposedly within the rules you can get close to 200 horsepower out of those guys. And they stuff them in these little tiny Miatas, and they do quite well. Unfortunately, when you do that, you now take yourself out of the Mazda competition. Whoa, we have a car off. Whoa, he got 2 wheels off. It's the Hyundai Accent of, let me get their name here. The 193 Fruit Basket Racing 2003 Hyundai Accent. He got 2 wheels off going down the front straightaway on driver's right and just barely held onto that car. He that car got very squirrely as he went down the front straightaway. Don't know why he got it so far out wide, but I think by watching the cars, it looks like the fast line is staying to the right on the front straightaway. Now there is a very big dip as you cross the old start-finish line, and the cars are completely compressing their suspensions as they go over it right there. Now taking the track, I was thinking, boy, this would be a great track for the car that I race, until we hit those bumps, and it's like, yeah, we probably wouldn't have any hubs left on the MR2, probably a few laps into the race under full compression. But so far we haven't had any breakages like that. We've just had mostly electrical problems today. Another car off, but that Hyundai is still off into the dirt. Got two wheels off, trying to stay out of the way of these faster cars. You'll see as the Looney Tunes car comes up on him. So 00 got 4 off again, which is the 2 beaners in a bucket. Yeah, I think this Hyundai was told over the radio, just settle down a bit, slow it down. But he was trying to get out of everybody's way and got those wheels off. Try and keep all 4 wheels on the track. That's the best thing to do. Less chance of you getting called into black flag for a little talking to. Welcome our 7 viewers right now. Hopefully you've got your Saturday chores done. Anybody want to volunteer? Go do my chores. Derek Williams, where are you, buddy? '28 K&H Mustang is in pit lane. They're being directed down into their parking spot, and the guy directing him is giving signals, and it looks like the driver's not even paying attention to him. He throws up his hands up in the air. It's like, yeah, whatever, just park wherever you want. A lot of spectators coming down to watch racing today. If you're in the San Marcos, San Antonio, Coda area, come on down to Harris Hill, just north of, I think it's northeast of San Marcos, Texas. Come on down, watch some racing. A lot of folks setting up little pop-up tents and easy ups and lawn chairs along the front straightaway here. You can pretty much see about 80% of the track from this hill. We've got an airport just on the other side of turn 6 and 7. The old, I don't know what they're called nowadays, but they used to be called the Confederate Air Force. They were one of the largest air forces in the world. They fly out of that base right there, that airport. I used to love to watch going to the air shows at my house in San Diego, and then Phoenix when I was there, and then some other places I lived, and they'd show up for air shows, and they would just put on a heck of a show with all those World War II airplanes. Yeah, supposedly we may see some this weekend. Of course, I don't have cameras for all that kind of stuff, but they've got P-51 Mustangs, they've got B-17s. Yep, just one took off. Looks like a Grumman of some sort. Little fighter or trainer, I can't tell which one. We have a car off in turn 2, 814 or 881. Yep, and he just got continued on. Looks like he got a little too far outside of turn 2, got those wheels off. We've got a car that came into paddock. Looks like the team ran down there to get him. He ran out of fuel. They're having to push him up the hill. Everything at this place in the paddock is uphill. Unless you're leaving, then it's, downhill. But they've got probably about 10 guys pushing that little Miata. Or no, it's a 280Z. We've got it on somewhat flat ground now, so now it's just a little easier for them to push. Or is that a Celica? I couldn't tell. It might be a Celica. Yeah, that's one of the. We have two 1980 Celicas, one with a 4-cylinder, and I believe one with a 6-cylinder. Yeah, 790. Yep. All right, folks, we're going to break for a commercial here. We'll be right back to the TireRack.com ChampCar Endurance Series 8-hour race at Harris Hill.
I think I'm going to try buying tires online.
TireRack.com can help you with that.
I guess I could buy the same ones I have.
No need to guess.
Our tire decision guide gives you all the right options.
I mean, I am no tire expert.
You don't have to be. We've tested and rated thousands of tires.
Answer a few questions and you're good to go.
Someone should invent a tire decision guide or something.
Can you not hear us?
TireRack.com, the way you're buying should be.
Lifeline USA is a leading manufacturer of onboard fire suppression systems. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning teams and constructors, Lifeline has a proven history of success. Lifeline offers a complete range of fire suppression systems for all budgets and needs, and we continue to push development and limits on both extinguishant materials and our patented delivery systems to make the race car environment almost as safe as sitting on your sofa at home. Every kit has been designed for a professional and simple installation. For more information and to purchase your ChampCar fire suppression system, go to www.lifeline-fire.com.
In 1977, Bill Wood set the standard for high-performance brakes. Today, every Willwood product is born from racing technology and is proudly manufactured in the USA. Engineered, designed, rigorously tested to deliver unsurpassed control on and off the track. Whether it's for cruising or absolute performance, Willwood has an application for the ultimate stopping experience. Race-proven, street-ready, drive Willwood.
Frozen rotors from Diversified Cryogenics deliver increased performance and a higher level of safety while significantly reducing braking system costs. Our proprietary 60-hour cryogenic process permanently and dramatically improves the usage life and stability of brake rotors, creating a distinct advantage in tensile strength, abrasive wear resistance, and rotor longevity. Frozen rotors. It's the cost-saving solution for better braking performance. Discovery Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to ChampCar teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com. Located in Northeast Ohio with 40 years of combined experience, Money Shift Racing knows how to deliver performance and safety, offering everything you need to get your vehicle and drivers ready for race day. From safety equipment to full engine assembly and repair, in-house fabrication, 3D design, and rapid prototyping. Money Shift Racing. Performance done right.
We're back here at Harrisville, Texas for the TireRack.com ChampCar Endurance Series 8-hour Enduro. 48 cars started. I think we've only lost about 2 or 3 cars. Cars are coming in now, some of the bigger cars, putting fuel in. Basilini Racing leading the race right now with 11 tenths on their tail, about a lap down. Texas Motorcycle Academy, who has won this event in the past, they're in third place. CV Racing's 96 Miata is in fourth, and PWM Motorsports is in fifth. Looney Tunes, our camera car, is currently in sixth place. Now, folks, I'm going to leave you here. I've got to go downstairs real quick, and I'll be right back, but I'll leave you in the good hands of Looney Tunes as they circle this track. Back here at the TireRack.com ChampCar Endurance Series 8-hour enduro at Harris Hill Raceway. Continuing on, it's about 11:23. We're about 2.5 hours into this race with riding on board with Looney Tunes. 11 Tenths Racing is still leading this race with Basil Weenie right behind him. On the same lap, PWM Motorsports. They're about a lap behind Basil Weenie, about half a lap actually. Looney Tunes has moved up to 4th place with Texas Motorcycle Academy right behind him in 5th place. Sorry about, I heard that the commercials were a little bit loud for you folks. I'm really sorry about that, and we'll get that fixed. Sorry if I blew up your speakers, woke up your mother. Yeah, we're good. That's actually on another station now, so. We've got a monitor here, and when we had to reset, and it kind of stopped the. Yeah, well, I had to reset a couple of times, but the monitor everybody's using to watch the race with kind of went offline, and it picked up some other YouTube channel, so everybody keeps looking up like, what the heck is going on? Some motorcycle race is on. I think we're missing some parts on that, though.
Yeah, that's right. We could have watched the stuff live.
Well, I don't think that's live. So the field has spread out pretty good. Pretty much 40, I believe we have like 45 cars still on track right now. Doesn't look, there's one. One is a 240SX. They're standing around the car, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people as a driver walks out with his helmet still on. Don't know if he's going to get back in the car. Can't see the number from here. Too many trailers and stuff in the way, but they're not showing any urgency. They must be out here just having fun. Cars continue to get a little wide as they come out of turn 7, leaving a big puff of smoke or dust up in the air from hitting the dirt. Supposedly they have a drought going on here in eastern Texas, and they, you know, I can't see it. The grass is pretty green around here. But we may have some showers today. Nothing big. Tomorrow, it's going to be a little different. We'll have a lot more showers. Maybe some locally heavy rain with mixture of some winter stuff possibly. We saw some winter precipitation taking place a little further north of us towards Austin. You know, a mixture of stuff. Things we don't really like to talk about. Especially in Texas. I mean, it's not like these folks down here are ready to do some ice racing. We're riding along the Looney Tunes Ford Mustang as they continue to move up. They went from 6th to 4th place after that last pit stop. So we're here sitting in the tower here at Harris Hill having fun. Custom built enclosure for one of the members here at the club. He doesn't race. He's a programmer for Apple, and he let us play up here for the weekend. He gets to hang out and make fun of us and make fun of all the cars. But yeah, he's a good guy. He does stress testing for Apple on their processors and embedded processors. Of course, he likes our stuff because it's all Apple based. We'll head down to the paddock here in a little bit and start talking to some folks, find out how their day's going. Some of the V8 cars watching through the binoculars right now, moving up the field, pulling away from the little Miatas. But then once they get into the corners, the Miatas kind of, they don't have to stop or slow down. Now, a lot of these guys race here all the time, use it as a track, they use this track to practice on, and so they know every little blade of grass, every little bump, every pebble. We'll watch him as he gets in traffic. He's got to slow down for some of these corners. Car just can't corner as well as some of these cars. He passes one of the old 66 Mustangs. That was the there we go. It's a 68 Mustang. That was PMF Racing. I'm going to leave you with the sounds. Let me do some fixing on this scoreboard here so you guys can see some more cars as I scroll up, make it a little easier for you. So I'm going to go offline here. You can listen to the sweet sounds of the Looney Tune Ford Mustang. We're riding along with the Looney Tunes 1989 Ford Mustang here at the TireRack.com ChampCar Endurance Series 8-hour Enduro here at Harris Hill. We just had an Air Life helicopter land here just outside the track, and our fearless on-site leader, Mike Morrison, sent Mike Mike Chiswick, our CEO, a picture saying, "Hey, is this? look at what just landed here." And of course, Mike texts back, not in a panic, but like, why is there a helicopter landing during a race? But they saw the race going on here, so it looks like they just popped out to take a look. They're now talking to the track folks. We're near an airport here. Most likely that's where they came out of. Still working on getting this scorecard or the score pylon working for you guys. We've got some issues. We'll sort through them. We always do. I'm just afraid I'm going to have to restart my my program here, and I don't really want to do that. We're going to try and get some other cameras on board for you too. You're not stuck on this Mustang. I know there's a lot of folks out there that just can't handle riding along in a Mustang, especially them GM guys and Mopar guys, and probably a lot of import guys too. So luckily we have not had any crowd interference with these Mustangs. Nobody has been run over or hurt. We're still full course green. It's been pretty much a pretty incident-free race. We've had a couple of cars stop on track for lack of power. It's not working. Yep, just seeing the messages you guys have been putting up. Asking we don't hear sound or whatever. We had some issues this morning, and we've sorted them out. At least you can hear us now. We have some in-car sounds from the Mustang as well. Hopefully you can hear that. I hear them fine. I don't know if you guys can. Now, we had late breaking news that there were not any Toyota MR2s here at this event, and I know Doc Waldrop got really excited about that. Maybe we'll get Doc on here in a little bit once I figure out how to do the other stuff. Get all that working. Track is fairly bumpy, as you can see in spots, as the Mustang makes a pass on a car. Trying to see where he is on the track right now. You can see our helicopter sitting over there in the field as the crew take in this race from not far off the track. It seems like they're right up alongside the track, but they're not even close. The distance is pretty far. It's probably about a little over 150 meters away, and scale here is kind of hard because it's pretty wide open and we're on a hill, so things look a lot closer than they actually are. And you realize that when you start walking towards the track. It's like, wow, this thing's pretty far down there. You see the cars we're looking at. We're looking at turns 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3 are basically one big turn. Turn 1 is just right after they get past the the transition and blend line out of pit lane, which is right there where those two cars are, just right in front of the helicopter. They make the turn into 2 and 3. Hit 2 right there, and then they hit 3 about right where that single car is behind the two cars. Go up the hill, and it's a pretty good climb, especially here for Texas. I think I saw some Texas getting nosebleeds up there. That's how high that track was. It's a little blind crest as you come up, and then you make a right turn, and then you aim for the tower or aim for this building that we're sitting in, and you cannot see that track as you crest the hill, and then it turns left at the bottom. Pretty neat little area. It's a fun little track. Whoop. Where am I? There we are. I think Mike Morrison's trying to get a ride the helicopter. It did say we do have a no drone policy. Doesn't say anything about no helicopter policy. So we're looking at the there we look over here. Sorry, our camera got busted up last night. Wind blew it off the ledge here, and it we've got it all duct taped together. Our RoboCams from Logitech. Thank you, Logitech. And you're looking at the paddock. The paddock actually is our pit lane. Cars come in and do their fuel stops, tire changes, all stuff like that along the paddock. And it's a clockwise rotation. It's a big square concrete pad, and we've got all the teams paddock all around it. And we fit 48 teams or 49 teams in here this weekend, which is an amazing feat that these folks did. Let's go back to our in-car there. The wind is picking up, and it's making our building move all around, which I grew up in an earthquake-prone area, and that kind of gets me overthinking why the building's moving. There we go. All right, I'll have this up for you, just folks. Sorry about the lack of what do you call that? There we go. That's a little better. We can see a little more teams. Paulie and Doc have taken this weekend off. And they'll be back next, in I believe it's two weekends from now, at Daytona International Raceway or Speedway for a 14-hour enduro. We've got a full field of cars going there. I think 120 some odd cars. It's gonna be pretty wicked. That's a fun race. Paulie will be on site. Doc will be on site. You guys want to meet them, we'll have a meet and greet with Paul and Doc. They'll be signing autographs. We'll let you guys know time and a place for that. Doc's autograph area will be wheelchair accessible for the older folks that will be waiting in line to get his autograph. I kid. I wonder if Doc's even listening. The Looney Tunes Mustang has been performing pretty flawlessly today. They've moved up and down in the top 6 places. They started out at about 7th place at the start of the race, fell back a little bit for the first couple of laps until they got into the groove, and then just started eating away at those Miatas' lead. The helicopter has grabbed a little attention from our younger viewers that are here on site, and they're posing for pictures next to the helicopter, and the pilots are letting them get inside and sit down while their parents take pictures. That's kind of cool. As the field is still pretty spread out here, we've got a couple of groups where there's 5 or 6 cars, all of equal speed, going back and forth, passing each other. You can see how bumpy parts of this track are for that Mustang. We're at Harris Hill this morning, which is located right outside San Marcos, Texas, in between San Antonio and Austin. We're, from what I understand, about 20 minutes or so from the Circuit of the Americas, where last weekend they had a heck of a Spec Miata race. Our head of tech also works with World Spec Miata, I think it's called, and he was able to glean a lot of information on sort of the Miatas that will ultimately make their way here over the next few years. So 335 had some off-track excursions, and they're trying to figure out how he didn't hit anything or anybody, but he did not. So he got back on track and continued on. All right, we're going to break for commercial at the top of the hour here. We're at noon here on the central coast of Texas, and we'll be right back, folks.
I think I'm going to try buying tires online.
TireRack.com can help you with that.
I guess I could buy the same ones I have.
No need to guess.
Our tire decision guide gives you all the right options.
I mean, I am no tire expert.
You don't have to be. We've tested and rated thousands of tires.
Answer a few questions and you're good to go.
Someone should invent a tire decision guide or something.
Can you not hear us?
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Lifeline USA is a leading manufacturer of onboard fire suppression systems. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship winning teams and constructors, Lifeline has a proven history of success. Lifeline offers a complete range of fire suppression systems for all budgets and needs, and we continue to push development and limit on both extinguishant materials and our patented delivery systems to make the race car environment almost as safe as sitting on your sofa at home. Every kit has been designed for a professional and simple installation. For more information and to purchase your ChampCar fire suppression system, go to www.lifeline-fire.com.
In 1977, Bill Wood set the standard for high-performance brakes. Today, every Willwood product is born from racing.
Sorry about that, folks. Trying to fix some stuff without ruining the frame rates for you. And I clicked the wrong button. That's my life story, clicking wrong buttons. We're riding along Looney Tunes. So we had a incident as we were at commercial there. Let me see if I can bring up that camera. There we go. You can see off into the distance there. Let me see if I can zoom in there. We got a Miata that decided it wanted to be a three-wheeler. And he got down pit lane, and that's ultimately when his wheel fell off, and he ended up let's see if we can. You can see him there. His tire fell off and actually ended up underneath one of our track cams, which I'm still trying to get figured out. And he's sitting there right along the paddock access lane away from the track. He made it down the lane, but when he went to go hit his brakes, that's when the caliper broke. That was probably holding on the wheel. And it went scurrying down, ended up under the old flaggers stand, and came to a rest right there. Go back on board the Looney Tunes Ford Mustang as they continue to circle this track. They're now sitting in fourth place with 11 Tenths Racing in first, but Basil Weenie Racing in second place, followed by the BMW Motorsports BMW. Looney Tunes Ford Mustang in fourth. Ghetto Chump Miata in 5th, and the Texas Motorcycle Academy in 6th place. You know, these Miatas, they tend to hang back a little bit towards the early part of the race, and then once we get back to the later laps, that's when they just suddenly appear. Something about not having to take so many pit stops like some of these cars. From what I understand, we got a car off in turn 7 right now, off driver's left. He's off into the dirt, trying to get back on track, gets it on track, gets the rear end around a little bit, and gets it pointed forward again, and now he's back on track. He didn't lose a spot. What car was that? 669. 669 is the Hong Kong Fooey 94 Mazda Miata. This race brought to you today by a whole ton of Mazda Miatas, because there's a whole lot of them out there. Little fight going on between the BMW E46 and the Mini Cooper. BMW gets shoved to the outside into turn 2 or 3 and 4 or 2 and 3 as they go up the hill, and the Cooper gets right around it, and another BMW just pulls away. You get stuck on that outer line, and you just got to slow down too much so you don't end up going off the track. Yeah, just to let you folks know, I'm on my own this weekend. Paulie and Doc are taking the weekend off, getting ready for Daytona. We've got the Daytona race coming up with Road America following. And they've got a lot of work they're going to be doing, so we gave them the weekend off. We weren't anticipating a field of 48 cars down here this weekend. Normally there's a limit of 35, but I don't know what happened. It's not in my pay grade, but we ended up with 48 cars here, and hey, it's working. I bet these guys are loving it out there. There's a lot of cars to pass. We've pretty much had no problems out there. We've had a couple of cars kind of stall out, electrical problems and some fueling problems, and once they got moved, we went back to green pretty quick. So they're still working on that Miata, trying to figure out how they're going to get it out of there. They've got a trailer down there they're going to load it up on, so they don't do any more damage to it. And they're going to winch it up onto the trailer. And a lot of these guys here have garages. There's a good majority of the cars here that are local club members here. That's their big advantage. Come on, internet. Well, it sounds like sometimes he gets off into the dirt there, but I think it's just the suspension being worked in that car, and you're hearing the suspension working and the maybe some grit or whatever on the track. So the Looney Tunes should be coming in pretty soon. I don't know when the last time they pitted, but it should be soon. Should have 17 viewers. Try that one. Got another car stuck in the middle of the field in between turns 5 and 3. In a straightaway between 3 and 4. Way out there in the middle of the grass. We'll get a camera out there. You can see him out there a little bit. gonna have safety 1 headed out there in just a second. What car number's that? Don't. Car number 50. So who's number 50? 50 is the Planters Box Racing 95 BMW 318 Ti. Yeah, they're Planters Box right now. And it does have a wing. I don't know how he ended up out there. Maybe because his driver had wings. They get the John Deere Hat Award. The owner of the track said, yeah, when they go off out there, they got to wear the John Deere hat for the rest of the day. There we go. We got the Mustang is now in pit lane. They're backing the car up to their pit stall. They're going to be fueling that guy up, putting some fuel in it as they pull off the 25 Miata. Fenders all bulging out on that car with that car on the trailer because it's a 3-wheeler right now. So they're going to pull it back to his garage. Looks like they're one of the local track guys here. They'll get him up there and they'll probably put that car back together, get it back out on track. The 150 Datsun is looks like they've come in for fuel. Yeah, fuel and a driver change, so they just park their car by their trailer. So we'll listen to the Looney Tunes as they do their pit stop. We got lift off of the helicopter here in just a second, and well, they got that car pulled out of, or actually the driver drove out of the center of the track there. They were able to get him out and back on track. He's slowly circling the track right now. He probably has some issues, some big issues. So he's trying to get that car back to pit lane. The wind has picked up pretty big here. It's going from my right to left. Which way is that way? North. So it's coming from the south. We have what looks like to be some serious rain just to the right of the tower here, which would be the south. And it looks like it's headed this way. So that could change this race up in a big way. We've got a helicopter, as you can see, about ready to take off. As Looney Tunes, our in-car camera, does a driver change right now. I've attempted to pull in some of our other in-car cameras, folks, but unfortunately, every time I do that, we tend to get extremely low frame rates, so I can't do that. We're just going to concentrate on one car this weekend, and today will be the Looney Tunes car. Tomorrow we'll move it to somebody else. So we got reports that earlier today Looney Tunes has hit a couple of cars. Just little love taps here or there, I think. I know at one point I looked in the camera and one of their cars was, he was 3 wide. He was the middle car, and there were some angles that just didn't look right. But that may have been one of the taps. It is a Mustang, of course, so, you know, that's a given. Things are going to happen. Am I right with Mustangs? I said it's a given, Mustangs, things are going to happen. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's why, yeah, whenever the Mustangs come into the paddock here, the big alarm goes off, sirens, everybody has to clear out of the way. Looks like the helicopter's going through final checks as they get ready to lift off here, and we're going to go back into our race car here in just a second. They're still completing their radio checks. 5-minute minimum pit stops here with ChampCar, and
well, I thought they were taking off.
I think they just wanted to mess with people.
It worked.
Did you get some cool rotor shots at least?
I have no idea. I don't know until I look.
It's cool when they warp. They look warped.
so we're looking at about a mile away where you can see rain falling. Maybe I can bring up the weather report here. I can't. All right, so we have. All right, so we have lunch going out. If you're listening to the show out on the paddock there, please let your drivers know that we have a PT Cruiser headed out on track. They're going to be delivering lunches and drink to our corner workers, and stay away from the PT Cruiser. That is not the fastest car on track, so you don't want to race it. And we have a car right off in front of the PT Cruiser. One of the Z cars. He was distracted by the awesomeness of the Mopar. 4 off, he's back on track, and he's continuing on. As the PT Cruiser gets onto track. And goes completely off-road to get to the first corner station to deliver the lunches. Having had to do that a couple of times at tracks, it's a pretty fun experience, but it can be nerve-wracking because you got some crazy drivers out there that think, yes, I can race that pickup truck. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jackie was out one year in the excursion, and they tried to drag race her as the excursion was pulling away from them. That was pretty funny. So race control. Corn has given instructions to the corners to kind of let them know if they need to wave yellows to let them know about the PT Cruiser, who's now pretty much off-roading that front-wheel drive car. Is it turbocharged?
I don't think that one's turbo. I think he's got one that's turbo, but I don't think that one is.
Because, you know, turbos make him awesome. None of those guys up in Canada, they have a pretty good Mopar for life.
Those guys are fast.
They're all Calabogie guys, so they get to test a lot and drink a lot. Yeah, that's right. Well, they're Canadian. That's a given. So I used to love my Canadian sponsors. Yeah. Well, no, they drink really good beer. We've had a big switch up of teams as they come in for fuel. We got another car off right in front of the flagger. It looks like one of the Celicas, way off course, right at the flag stand at turn 2. Doesn't look like he impacted anything, but he's back on track.
Who's in the stand?
All right, Star, go ahead and drop your yellow.
Warren.
That was 790.
Did he jump out?
Right. Almost hit corner 2 and continue.
Where is he?
Probably hiding behind the tire barrier. We had one of our guys.
Oh, no, he just got picked up.
Oh.
He had to take his shit.
He had to go. He had to go poo poo.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, number 2 had to take it. Number 2. PG-13, right?
Yeah, PG-13. Yeah, if he was in there and that had happened when he was up there, he might not have had to leave.
I thought he was going to roll. I was afraid he was going to catch an edge and go over.
Yeah.
We had one of our guys in a turbo Miata, V8 Miata, get the throttle body stuck open, coming out of pit lane, went right through the tire barriers, blew it up, took out the stand, which used to be one of those
Yeah,
deer
the
stands.
deer stand, right?
That's why I built that with like 3 feet into concrete.
Wow.
Anybody goes down there and hits that, and I've also got 4x4s holding the tire wall in place. It's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah.
We thought it was not possible, but
Did he just scatter the tires everywhere?
they blew up. It was awesome.
How bad was the car?
A lot of body damage.
Dude,
And he said he went through that stand and it just went.
he was loving it.
He was like,
So they're still delivering lunches out there, going from stand to stand.
And that one guy must make more money than me.
He does.
Actually, that's a given.
Well, all of us, yeah.
We're still racing here. Full course green. I don't think we've had to go to yellow yet for the lunch delivery. Well, that PT Cruiser looks pretty low out in that grass out there.
If he gets stuck, I'm going to laugh really hard.
He's out between turns, just right outside turn 8. It looks like the grass is up to the windows, but he's plowing through it.
Is there still all that mesquite out there?
More than you can imagine.
So in other words, John might not have inflated tires when he
The
gets
inside
back?
of his tire looked like a porcupine.
There's mesquite. It's a mesquite field.
Oh, dude, mesquite is
Yeah.
everywhere. Thornies.
Oh yeah, by the little 4-wheeler that we're driving around the Ranger. Remember
Right,
seeing that?
yeah.
Took those tires out.
Wow.
But at least with those, you
Mesquite has all kinds of thorns all over.
Oh yeah,
we live on
put it up.
swamp.
Well, we got a car off again. Looks like he got the right rear of that car, or left rear of that car, off into the dirt. Made a huge cloud of smoke.
All right, well, if they can't figure it out, actually, 8's probably not looking. Just next time you see him, let me know what you think.
Let me see what car number that was that got off.
It might have been Looney Tunes.
Nah, it was that BMW, the Whale BMW, right coming around here on the front straight. Or Cadillac, that's it.
I think that's 160.
These are binoculars.
Yo, those are binoculars, yes.
Good God.
You could start a world war with those. Holy smokes. Yeah, that was our Cadillac CTS. Can't get the number on it. Wow.
Yeah.
Just set them down.
9x63s.
Those are my little ones.
That's
I'll bring my bigger ones tomorrow.
Holy smokes. I've just got these little Bushnell.
Yeah, these are all right, buddy. I wish I'd have known these existed.
15x25s.
Wait till I bring the ones in tomorrow.
You gotta stand away from the window.
Yeah, right.
I'm not bringing those in because they're too heavy, but I have a mid-size. I have the little ones there. It's like baby bear, mama bear, and papa bear.
Yeah, we forget we're in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. Like the gas station. There's a gas station as I was coming up from Sacramento. Is it called Buc-ee's?
Buc-ee's, that's like one of the largest gas stations in the world.
There must be 100 gas pumps at this place.
It's like 120 something.
Wow.
And
It was.
there's a big one on the north
Yes.
end too.
Yep.
And when traveling, blessed by my wife as the best bathrooms anywhere.
Really?
They are the cleanest by far. Ask any woman.
Wow. Cleanest bathrooms anywhere.
We'll find
Well, it looks like the rain might be going to the south of us, but it's about ready to hit the airport in some spots. But hopefully we'll miss it.
He gave us that calendar we had last year.
He's pretty good. I've seen his
He's
stuff.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be the rain would be the great equalizer to the front wheel drive cars versus the rear wheel drive. There goes that Z car down the front straightaway again, hits those bumps. The front goes into the air about a foot, followed by the rear by about a foot, which shoves the front end down again, and it's seesawing down the front straightaway, which looks pretty impressive. I don't know inside if it's impressive, but it looks fun. We actually got seasick on we broke an engine mount at one of the South Florida races one year, and we ended up getting seasick in the car because it would just pogo all over.
I've already figured it out. I could live for 20 years off the proceeds in my house in Austin. Have to. I like the way you think.
We got a lot of dust up by turn 4. It doesn't look like anybody's gone off. Maybe somebody just apexing some of the corners a little too close. Or maybe somebody did go off.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, 141?
Yep.
So 141 is the shots fired BMW. Those BMWs today, they're going off everywhere, aren't they? Yeah, it looked like it.
It can go all around us, man. This hill, I think, is a big enough feature to impact the rains when they're low.
Then you got all these cars circling, so that creates a windstorm. Yeah, vortex. The field was spread out pretty good, but it seems like they're starting to bunch up again with the fast cars catching up with the slower cars. Yeah, there's 1% chance of rain with the next couple hours.
Tomorrow, counterclockwise.
We used to say TWS had a force field around it because shit would
Go right around.
it would just split right around
See
it.
it here too. It just goes right around you. You gonna go counterclock tomorrow?
I think Mike said
we
no.
ought to start clockwise and then black flag everybody in the middle, flip everybody around in the paddock.
You're on.
Dave Burlitt told me he did that in an enduro he did.
Great idea.
And he promised me he would do it at one of ours, but then he didn't. And so now
We did it here once, and then once you guys were silly enough to take votes.
Oh yeah.
Drivers, and they were all like, no, all the air show guys have an advantage.
Well,
Guess what? They already have an
yeah,
advantage.
exactly.
They're discussing maybe they can run this course either way. So they're discussing if tomorrow we're going to reverse the field, reverse the rotation of the track. But I don't think we are. I think Mike was going to keep it the same both days. Whatever happens, the locals have the advantage either way because they do run it both ways here.
I think it was one of the Colorado tracks, maybe Pueblo.
I'm trying to imagine High Plains backwards.
It's supposed to rain though. You don't want to.
Tomorrow it is?
Yeah.
That pit out is just with this many cars.
And it's gonna be cold tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and cold.
It's
So
supposed to be like
70.
We're gonna have the heater on, not the
Damn right
AC.
we are.
It's going to be like 70.
No.
No, high 50 something.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas. High 50s is high 50s here for you folks in Minnesota and Texas. 50 degree. The high 50s are like 30 to you.
This is like second or third winter for us. We had like 2 weeks of spring, and then we had first summer for a little bit.
That hottest day in February, I had to.
Let me give you some Mustang sounds there. Forgot I turned that down. Sounds a little rough out there. So the wind is picked up out there pretty good. We got some guys lowering their easy up so they don't blow away. We've already had some easy ups get destroyed, it looks like. We got tops flailing away out there. All right, folks, we're going to break away for a commercial right here. We'll be right back to the TireRack.com ChampCar Endurance Series 8-hour Enduro at Harris Hill.
I think I'm going to try buying tires online.
TireRack.com can help you with that.
I guess I could buy the same ones I have.
No need to guess.
Our tire decision guide gives you all the right options.
I mean, I am no tire expert.
You don't have to be. We've tested and rated thousands of tires.
Answer a few questions and you're good to go.
Someone should invent a tire decision guide or something.
Can you not hear us?
TireRack.com, the way tire should be.
Lifeline USA is a leading manufacturer of onboard fire suppression systems. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available, used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning teams and constructors. Lifeline has a proven history of success. Lifeline offers a complete range of fire suppression systems for all budgets and needs, and we continue to push development and limits on both extinguishant materials and our patented delivery systems to make the race car environment almost as safe as sitting on your sofa at home. Every kit has been designed for a professional and simple installation. For more information and to purchase your ChampCar fire suppression system, go to www.lifeline-fire.com.
In 1977, Bill Wood set the standard for high-performance brakes. Today, every Willwood product is born from racing technology and is proudly manufactured in the USA. Engineered, designed, rigorously tested to deliver unsurpassed control on and off the track. Whether it's for cruising or absolute performance, Willwood has an application for the ultimate stopping experience. Race proven, street ready, drive Willwood.
Pros rotors from diversified cryonics deliver increased performance and a higher level of safety while significantly reducing braking system costs. Our proprietary 60-hour cryogenic process permanently and dramatically improves the usage life and stability of brake rotors, creating a distinct advantage in tensile strength, abrasive wear resistance, rotor longevity. Frozen rotors. It cost-saving solution for better braking performance. Located in Northeast Ohio with 40 years of combined experience, Honey Shift Racing knows how to deliver performance and safety, offering everything you need to get your vehicle and drivers ready for race day. From safe equipment to full engine assembly and repair, in-house fabrication, 3D design, and rapid prototyping. Honey Shift Performance right.
Now we're back live here at Harris Hill Raceway in outside San Marcos, Texas at the TireRack.com ChampCar Endurance Series 8 hours at Harris Hill. Currently riding aboard the Looney Tunes Ford Mustang with Basil Weenie, Mazda Miata leading the way with 135 laps versus 132 for our second place car, PMW Motorsports, BMW 325. The Shots Fired Racing, 99 BMW is in third place. They are, looks like about another lap back. 11 Tenths Racing, who led pretty much this morning, is back in fourth place with 131 laps in their Mazda Miata. Texas Motorcycle Academy and another Miata, 130 laps. They are in fifth place. City Garage and their BMW, which is EC classed car, they are currently in sixth place. The number 335 E3 Racing BMW 325 IS, which I think stands for Injected Sport or something like that. They are currently in seventh place. 1-2 Mini Racing, that's the 2009 Mini Cooper S. They are currently in eighth place. The Looney Tunes Ford Mustang, who we are riding along right now, they are currently in ninth place with the F-Bar Plymouth Neon. They are currently in 10th. And my scoreboard is not moving up and down. I'm going to not touch it because it's there. As Looney Tunes, let's pull some sound back on Looney Tunes so we can hear that massive V8. I'm guessing nobody heard a thing I was saying. This job is too technical. I need Paulie back. Or a big sign that says, check your knobs. There we go. We just had to kickstart the system there. We got it. There we go. We're back live here. Sorry about that. We had a little glitch here. We don't have the best internet connection in the world out here, so we're doing the best we can, folks. We've never actually broadcast a race. We got a slow car on the back straightaway. Very slow. Looks like our Mini. I can't tell which car it is. It's kind of square like a Mini. It is our Mini. He's off driver's left into the dirt. Kind of stopped. the 1-2 Mini Racing 2009 Mini Cooper S, just sitting out there right after the flag stand at turn 6. Sitting drivers left, so let your drivers know if you're listening. Look drivers left after 6. There's a Mini Cooper black with checkerboards on the sides, just off the driver's left. Got safety crews headed out right now. They'll get him going. Yellow flag over in that area. We're only doing a local yellow there. All right, we're looking at race control and our paddock control is letting us know that we're getting close to driver changes as teams have started to come in. The 301 car just came in, the 240SX. They just came in to do a pit stop. 168 is now in pit lane as well with their Mustang. Their driver kind of signaling where to go. They were the team earlier this morning signaling, and the driver did something totally different, and the guy just threw up his arms in the air and said, you know, park wherever you want. We got a airplane doing a strafe over us right now, little commuter plane, as the cars pile up behind the safety vehicle as he heads out to check out that Mini at turn 8 or turn 6. Basil Weenie still leading this race. Yeah, it did. It got a little chilly out there now. Open the door, let the wind blow through. It's like, whoa, what's up there? It's cold. That's right. Free Wi-Fi. That's why we're up here. So we were spread out again there the last 15 minutes or so. Now the cars have bunched up a bit. There's about a quarter of the track doesn't have any cars on it. So they'll spread out again as the fast cars get away from the slower cars. Got some cars coming out, more cars coming into the paddock area to put a new driver in and fill up with fuel. We don't have a pit lane here at Harris Hill, so they have a pretty good system of fueling in the paddock. Yep, so a lot of folks coming down pit lane now, headed to pit row. We'll leave you with the Mustang, on board the Mustang, while I step away for just a second. Looks like our pace car's headed back out. Why is he headed back out? He's dropping our flagger number 2 back at his station. So safety 1's headed back out. Wait for traffic to clear down the front straightaway. There's an Ecotech Miata that's passing cars pretty well. He pulled away from that K&H Mustang, who's a pretty quick car. But the Mustang had the power coming out of turn 11, but then once they hit around turn 1, that Ecotech Miata came on cam, and you could just see pull really hard from that Mustang. Just passing car after car after car. That yellow Miata. Passed him on the inside, passing him on the outside. What number is he? The yellow. 130. Yep, 130. So the 130 car is 11 Tenths Racing. Are they the one in our lead? Yep. Nope, Basil Weenie is there in second place right now. They're trying to get the lead. Pretty impressive car as they cut through the field. Still got a lot of cars in pit lane right now. As they start fueling, some cars are done, backing their cars out, getting ready to go back on track. .614, they're going to do a courtesy black flag on him. Driver probably doesn't have radio communications, the radio's not working, so we do a courtesy call or courtesy black flag on him just to get their attention, get them to pit. There's no way for the drivers to go down and signal their drivers like we can at some tracks, because there's no wall down there to protect them in case somebody does get off track. There goes. Here goes Looney Tunes trying to catch the 240SX in front of him. You can see him off into the distance. Number 6, once they want a courtesy black flag on him too. So Looney Tunes trying to catch the 240SX, the orange one right in front of him. Not right in front of him, he's pretty well ahead of him, but and our track is clear. No more yellows for the safety car. Big V8 pushing down the track. They were telling us last night the Looney Tunes car needed to, they could only go about 115 to 120, an hour 20 on fuel. I don't know what ultimately they've been able to do. As they went through tech yesterday, they had to put some ballast or some tank reducers in their tank to bring them back in line with ChampCar rules. Their surge tank was found to be just a wee bit too big, so they'll be fixing that for the next race. But they did put ballast into their ballast into their tank to reduce the size of the tank to make up for the extra amount of fuel they had in the surge tank. All right, folks, we're going to break away for commercial here, and we'll be right back to the TireRack.com ChampCar Endurance Series, 8 hours at Harris Hill Raceway.
I think I'm going to try buying tires online.
TireRack.com can help you with that.
I guess I could buy the same I have.
No need to guess.
Our tire decision guide gives you all the right options.
I mean, I am no tire expert.
You don't have to be. We've tested and rated thousands of tires.
Answer a few questions and you're good to go.
Someone should invent a tire decision guide or something.
Can he not hear us?
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Lifeline USA is a leading manufacturer of onboard fire suppression systems. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning teams and constructors, Lifeline has a proven history of success. Lifeline offers a complete range of fire suppression systems for all budgets and needs, and we continue to push development and limits on both extinguishment materials and our patented delivery systems to make the race car environment almost as safe as sitting on your sofa at home. Every kit has been designed for a professional and simple installation. For more information and to purchase your ChampCar fire suppression system, go to www.lifeline-fire.com.
In 1977, Bill Woods set the standard for high-performance brakes. Today, every Willwood product is born from racing technology and is proudly manufactured in the USA. Engineered, designed, rigorously tested to deliver unsurpassed control on and off the track. Whether it's for cruising or absolute performance, Willwood has an application for the ultimate stopping experience. Race proven, street ready. Drive Willwood.
Rotors from diversified cryogenics deliver increased performance and a higher level of safety while significantly reducing braking system costs. Our proprietary 60-hour cryogenic process permanently and dramatically improves the usage life and stability of brake rotors, creating a distinct advantage in tensile strength, abrasive wear resistance, and rotor longevity. Frozen rotors is cost for better braking performance. Discovery Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to ChampCar teams and drivers. Racing, loving, and look forward to tomorrow to even racing. Visit us at discovery.com. Located in Northeast Ohio with 40 years of combined experience, Money Shift knows how to deliver performance and safety. Offer everything you need to get your vehicle and drivers ready to stay. Safety equipment to full engine assembly and repair. In-house fabrication, 3D design, and rapid prototyping. Money Shift Racing. Performance unlimited.
We're back live here at the ChampCar Endurance Series. 8 hours, or I'm sorry, we're back here live at the TireRack.com ChampCar Endurance Series 8-hour enduro here at Harris Hill Raceway. We are being told that our camera car Looney Tunes only has 4th gear. That kind of explains the reason why the man's driving it like a automatic with never touching that gear shift. So they're doing this whole race in 4th gear. It tells you how powerful these little Ford V8s are, how much torque they have. They are currently in 6th place with only a 1-speed transmission. But you do what you can do, you know. We got Basil Weenie still in 1st place, followed by 11 Tenths Racing in the Mazda Miata. Shots Fired 1999 BMW is in 3rd, followed by Texas Motor Academy in 4th. The PMW Motorsports BMW 325 is in 5th place, followed by Looney Tunes. Our camera car, City Garage BMW, which is an EC car, in 7th place. And the E3 Racing BMW 325 in 8th. 9th place, followed up by a Plymouth Neon from F-Bar Racing. They are in 9th place. And 10th place is Alaskan Bull Worms. They're in their 2006 EC Mazda. You see him want to shift that car, but he can't do it. Got to keep it in 4th gear. Yeah. The race we won at that my team won at NCM, I'm in the car and I start having transmission issues like, you know, we do. And I decided I'm just going to stay in 3rd gear. 4th gear was getting a little hard to get into, so I thought, okay, I'm just going to stay in 3rd. So I set for about, I don't know, 10 laps or so with the engine just bouncing off of the rev limiter. And finally I decided to try and push that tranny into fourth gear. It popped right in and stayed there for the rest of the race, and we finished the race in fourth gear. 301 has spun twice in the last couple of seconds, and they're trying to figure out what they want to do with him. .301 is the Dallas Marketplace Nissan 240SX. They're now back in the paddock. So 301's in the paddock. Looks like they're looking at the back of the car. So 9-0 was slow, coming down the back straight, and he pulled right into the paddock. No assistance needed. Yeah, yep. People wearing, yeah, it's let's see what the temperature is. It's showing it's 66 degrees or 63 degrees right now. Feels like 61 degrees. People are bundling up out there in this South Texas area, and they're just not used to this cold. And I know you people back in Wisconsin are like, what, 61 degrees being cold? Well, serious, these people are wearing flannel shirts. They've got their down jackets on. Oh, there's a guy with a short sleeve shirt on. He must be from the north. Yep, those Canadians, they're still out here in their bikinis because that's what Canadians wear. And a toque. Yep. Toque and those mankinis. Don't think about it. You're not supposed to picture it, Corn. The wind has picked up, though. So supposed to drop down to, by a race finish time, it should be around 64 degrees, which is a degree higher than the actual temperature right now. Yeah, the wind has picked up. Some of these guys are lowering their easy ups. We haven't seen any easy ups go flying yet, which is good. Fields have spread out. About every 25 minutes or so, the fields bunch up with the fast guys catching the slower guys. You see our in-car camera Looney Tunes, one gear only, so they're just automacking it all the way around as he makes a pass on a slower car in real life. Yep, our Mini Cooper S has made it back on track. They ended up stalling the car out on the track and had to be brought in on the tow strap, so they sorted out their problems and got back out there. We got a safety truck way out there in the field. Anybody know why he's out there? Oh, that's our photographer. Okay. The photog. Photog. All right, folks, I'm going to break away here for a few minutes, and I will be back live, but I'll leave you with the beautiful sounds of a 1989 Ford Mustang. So Looney Tunes, turn this down a little bit here. Are we locked up there? So Looney Tunes back out. They talked to them real quick, and they've got, like I said, they've lost fourth gear, or sorry, they had lost all gears except for fourth. So they're going to continue on as long as they can. And they are currently, where are they now? They are in 6th place. So I was walking through the garage area, and we had, here, hold on a second, I gotta let the boss in. Thank you. We got our lunches delivered to us. I won't be like Doc Waldrop and eat and talk at the same time. It's fun. Fun though. So I was downstairs talking to the Miata that lost a wheel on the front straightaway here. And they basically said the front wheel, you know, they lost the hub and they were trying to get back to the pit lane, and that's when the caliper bracket broke, because that's what's holding on the wheel. And that's when the wheel decided to come off the car and go down the front straightaway. So they're putting that car back together right now. They'll be back out here in about probably half an hour and back to racing. So I'm going to eat my lunch, and we're going to leave you again with the sweet sounds of a Ford Mustang at the TireRack.com ChampCar Endurance Series 8-hour Enduro at Harris Hill Raceway.